What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pro Bass Shootout. This is my guys from Tennessee, Brandon Coulter, Andy Morgan, Ott Defoe, myself. We're competing against each other, and I'll tell you what, boys. Hey, I know it ain't gonna be easy with these three on this body of water. It's gonna be a lot of fun, though.
It is gonna be a lot of fun.
I know. Hey, these guys are all three hammers, no doubt. And this is the thing. I'm gonna give you guys real quick here. We're switching it up on you. Now, we have very limited practice. None of us have had the opportunity to fish up here. 3-4 hours basically is all. So it's very much so like a cup event. We're gonna go with about a 1.8 minimum. That's 1 pound, 8 ounces. So you guys okay with that?
That's absolutely. First time we've done it.
First time. We're switching it up on y'all. We ain't gonna do 2 pounds. We're not gonna do 1 pound, 1.8. So let's go out there and go after it, guys. Listen, 3 hours, top to advance.
Yep.
Good luck.
Should be fun. Where is this mysterious championship?
I can't tell y'all where the championship's at. I'm not gonna tell you yet.
Okay.
We'll tell you on the stream.
I'm not worried about it.
Let's get this thing ready. I got a little run to make, so y'all got to get on this deal. Let's go.
We've had to practice for 15 minutes. Hey, can we practice for 15 more minutes?
We got 15 minutes.
You can ride around, baby.
Don't be messing around, boys. First period, and so they're trying to get this dialed into ultimately to where you guys are ready to roll. You good to go? Okay, here we go. Right back up. Sorry, y'all. We're checking in. So this is the thing. So ultimately, the thing is, I'm trying to move this a little bit quicker for you all, resetting each period. And the thing is, I want to make it to where it's ultimately, we're waiting for people to come on here. So for those of you who are just hopping on, it's the first time. This is a two-man show, really a one-man show. Brody and I are working hard, and then obviously the guys are getting on here. We're really trying to get this all dialed in, and the thing is we wanted to make it to where it's a little bit quicker to transition from period to period. So we have 10 minutes in between periods. This is going to allow us to ultimately make an adjustment during those little 10-minute breaks. But the thing is, I wanted to make it to where you guys didn't have to watch the 10 minutes of us rigging rods or just pulling stuff out. Obviously, we want to complete the period, but we want to and give you guys a little insight of what's going on throughout the period or after the period's over. But that's what we're sort of transitioning through, trying to get the individual feeds for that. And so the real quick here, just sort of a rundown of what these fish are doing here from my personal understanding of my ride through. A lot of the fish that we're actually at least for what I've seen, most of the fish are either spawning or pre-spawn, which is really interesting because there's areas of a lot of places around here. There's fish that are post-spawn right now. There's spawning fish and there's pre-spawn fish. And it all depends on the area of the lake. Normally, the further up the body of water you go on Nickajack, Watts Bar, Chickamauga, those fish will spawn last because that water is just starting to rise up, get into the backwaters. And so those fish are now spawn where this next full moon they're actually going to pull up. So, that's sort of interesting, trying to figure out each lake has multiple phases of fish, maybe on that lower end. I feel like, especially here on Chickamauga, so if anybody's planning a trip down through Chickamauga, that beginning start, that lower end of the lake seems to be that more post-spawn. You got spawn sort of in the middle, spawn, post-spawn throughout the middle, and then pre-spawn up in the river. So that is what we're dealing with right now.
You usually have a horny toad on my buzz bait, but I didn't bring those, so it is a secret. Should work. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Six minutes. Man, this is a little different from the last time I saw it. That's probably a good thing. So the shootout should be pretty interesting. Tennessee Pro Bass Shootout here. Jacob and Ott's got this baby together, and I'm really glad to be invited. And they threw me in the hat here. Not so excited about the stiffness of this competition, that's for sure. Wheeler, Defoe, Brandon Coulter. That's a tough one to win. That's a tough one to even come in second on out of 4. Stiff competition. That's what it's about, especially in these pandemic times. Gives us something to do, hopefully something to entertain all you guys back at home. So we're gonna give it a shot here and see if we can come up with some epic fish catches and at least some action. So we'll see what we can turn up. Hopefully we don't disappoint. Give you guys something to view, something to check out, something to go live with. It is a beautiful day, and this is a public body of water. We went through basically the cup rules, the cup format. We've actually bumped it up. Instead of a 1 pound fish is a scoreable bass, it's a 1/8. So we bumped it up just a little bit. Probably wouldn't hurt to bump it up even more, but a 1/8 should be, we should have some scoreable bass. You know, with this group right here, we should get some bites. So we shall see. 3.5 minutes, and I bet you there's one in this big old tree. There'll be one down through there somewhere. It's a big old pocket. I'm gonna put it on roll and get up and go here. We're not gonna let too much grass grow under our feet. You gotta play with these guys. You gotta do it on your toes. You can't do it on your heels. Scale. I don't know why I always get thrown into the mix. We've got 3 tournaments this year.
My skills ready to go.
Wheeler and Defoe's already won. One of them
Right there. Scissors.
You know, we got me and Brandon that have to compete against these 2. Yeah. If you're gonna get better, you got to play against the best. And I believe that's exactly what we're doing right here. At least, you know, a couple of the very hottest in the tournament world right now is Defoe and Wheeler. So I think me and Brandon both have a work cut out for us. We'll see. Yeah, we're all running. It's really funny too, all of us started probably within a mile of one another. I know me and Ott's fairly close, and I think Brandon and Jacob ran into the same cove together. I know the cove they ran in is a pretty popular area. It's a really good area. It's got a lot of fish in it. I know they're gonna catch some fish in there where they started. I have no question about that. They usually catch fish anywhere they start anyway. It probably doesn't matter where they start. If there's one in there, they'll catch it. First time I've had the old real tree fishing shirt on in a while. It's nice to be back. Don't have the whole crew here, but you do what you can in these times.
Less than 2
Social
minutes.
distancing the best you can. Keep
Minute and a
everybody
half
safe
or
and
so.
healthy. Here we are.
I can't make sure if they're still rolling. They're perfect. Looks like it.
With a stick, with a sword here. Favorite? Pro Series, Pro
1
Battle,
minute.
heavy flipping, 7.6, 20 pound line,
Vibe.
Strike King, fluorocarbon, and a
Hey,
Z-Cross,
Rossi vibe.
1/4 ounce weight.
5,
We're
4,
good, about 15
3,
seconds here.
2,
You'll hear,
1.
should hear the alarm.
Lines in.
That one felt right good.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We're rolling. Lines in.
There we go.
First pitch.
There it is.
Come on, be packing it off.
Lines in.
I think some of these fish may even still be, a bunch of them should be spawning.
Body of water I'm a little bit familiar with, but I haven't been in this section, this area of it in a long time.
Ooh,
Years.
that was a fish
So,
for sure, but I just
didn't
bumped
hardly
the
get any
fish.
practice. We got up here for about an hour or so, maybe a little longer. Dived around a little bit. Just thought I'd know they spawn like crazy in this. Used to anyway when I was 20 something. Spawn in this pocket. Around a little bit, I didn't see.
Slick, slick, slick.
I feel like there was a whole bunch of them spawning right now. But
Tell her.
look at a few of these lead-in banks. Kind of places they kind of set up when they're wanting to come in.
Can't be
All
bad.
right, so I sort of decided to start
I think.
right here on this bridge because it has
Making a little noise
a little
over
depth of
there.
water. Good little transition place. I feel like these fish have not yet spawned, or they're just starting to spawn. And so with that being said, I wanted to start on a place that I felt like they were coming and going a little
Right
bit.
around through here pretty good.
And this place right here just sort of sets up perfectly for that. So, making a couple pitches down through here, really taking my time. You know, in a little small practice period that I had, it wasn't unbelievable. Got a few bites, and just have to get the right ones in the boat. I mean, that's gonna be the biggest thing. It didn't seem like it was just fast and furious, but now.
Some up here located.
What ultimately is going down here in a little bit. That was a horrible cast,
There was another
horrible
fish.
pitch.
I think those could all be bass that I felt.
May not be though.
Man, there should be some right here though.
I would say there has to be some spawning. Dark spot on the water. You didn't get that line very tight on that spool.
Gotta be one of these trees. It just looks too good in here.
Hello. We just started our lines in, ended up being 420.
Pretty little pocket.
One down one of them rocks.
I can promise you one thing, I'm not the only one flipping. Andy Morgan's in this.
Ugh. All right, Don't do that at home.
Yep.
You will break your
glass
guys.
in here. It's kind of just pretty.
Okie dokie.
But
But I bet there is.
sometimes and there should be one right there. Getting a little shading on this thing too. Should be one like right.
Fine for this water to be 60, 61, 62 degrees and these fish not be like they're any further along than they are. They seem to be holding off a little bit. Once the water's been up and down, it ain't been real stable, and
Rock vein sticking out right there.
weather has too, so I guess it's just kind of keeping them held off a little, it seems.
Stole my cricket. Son of a gun.
Great place for one to spawn.
Kind of how it seems.
Not even spawning. That fish might there. They just like grabbed it real quick to get in here and get another bandito bug. Okay. That water's a little bit more stained. I'm gonna throw that Bama bug color. That's one of my favorites. While we're right here, let's check in on this.
A single rock sticking out from the bank right there. About a foot of water.
Okay, so nobody's officially on the board. We'll let that fish settle back down just in case he is sitting there.
I'm definitely looking for fish that are actually spawning.
Give him another
So
little flip. That's a lot of times what happens when the fish steals your bait. Most of the time those fish are definitely not trying to eat because they'll have in their cruncher.
basically you just got scattered cover, you know, just stump rocks, logs,
I thought he'd been on
etc.
that. Ooh.
I don't believe we need to catch that big old gar under there. Like 3 gar in the tree. A little shallow.
Ooh. There we go. Got away from me there. Got away from me there.
Out there a little bit. I'm
Yeah, when I
actually
put my
there.
poles down, I mean, it's a good hard
just trying to get
bottom.
my line. People ask me like,
He ripped a Z-crawl time or two. I laid money on that and would have lost. Another dang bluegill. Hammered it.
barely grabbed. How about it? Hey, trying to.
Wasn't what I was wanting to do there.
We're fishing a deal on YouTube. Myself, Ott Defoe, Andy Morgan, and Brandon Coulter are fishing a tournament against each other for 3 hours. think them suckers been biting. I know. They can't. They can't.
Probably one of them.
Have a good one. I hear you. Get on after it, boys. Have a good one. On my cricket.
Minutes, no bite. We definitely have not started in the juice, boys and girls. We have not started in the juice. Rip rap bank right here. Kind of actually what caught my eye when we first came in here. It shut down. This is actually what did catch my eye. Slimy. Slimy, slimy. Well, we're gonna start rolling. Down the hatch. God, he ate it. See what we got here. Gonna be close. Well, that ain't good. At all. Got it.
Be one spawning on that.
Had a little scale issue there. And then we're gonna see what we got here. 1 pound, 13 ounces. 113. 113.
I think that's really good right there.
Alrighty. Chunky little bass. All right. Here we go.
Interesting.
See if we can get this baby right.
Real goofy.
Let's see what my pin number is. Okay, got it.
Sorry, buddy.
1,
Sorry, buddy. I don't think he's going to be a scoreable anyway, but
done.
he's a small
113.
one. No fish landing violation,
pin.
but definitely not one we want to. Don't want to beat him up too bad. Since we don't have a boat official. 1-3, that's what I thought. A small one. See you later, buddy.
113. Number 1.
Definitely don't want to drop him.
Now let's see if we got a female in here.
Okay.
Crawl back on. Long pitch all the way up under the walkway. We nabbed this one.
Old Andy Morgan. 13.
That one's an actual spawner.
Shallow in there too.
Andy Morgan, 113. He's on the board. All right, Andy, I see you now, son. Come on down. Come on down. Andy's straight up flipping to death. That sucker don't give a dang. Real good. Cracking on him. Guaranteed. Some money back guaranteed for a Landy. There's one hitting right there.
Could easily catch another one. Right here for sure.
Oh, dang, man. They're definitely
Shallow right through here.
Spawning on this stuff. They're just biting really funny.
Speed
I'm
it up,
hopping
pick
it
up
and
those
like
trees.
little one. Little guy. Come here. Come here, Slim.
A little shallow spot right here.
Not a,
Chunk of thunder cricket.
that one's definitely not spawning. You're not big enough to spawn.
Which is okay.
Come on,
I'll
cricket.
just put them in the tips of these trees.
Old thunder cricket.
That's right. The only thing you gotta watch out for, I didn't put no line on, that's the thing. Probably have to change this line
We
and
can
probably,
put another one in
I'm gonna say
on the scale here.
a couple weeks.
Need a score tracker
3
update.
weeks, 4 weeks, maybe a month, probably a
For
month.
these old
Since I've been
boys.
back home, probably a month. But
Well, they give me too many.
hey, need to stretch it out a little bit. Haven't been fishing any tournaments. I didn't want to, I've been just sort of rolling with the punches. See what we got.
Come on now. Too big hurry. That right there ain't gonna make the score tracker update move much. I believe I'm gonna be safe to say you're not gonna be able to fish a whole lot of water. From what I'm already seeing, you're gonna have to slow down and fish. You're gonna have to go down these stretches and fish this bait.
I feel like a vibrating jig would be
Make some
better.
long pitches and
Sort of set up for this
fish
situation.
it out from the bank. That's a chunk.
Little rocky bank, man. You should just be able to line that
Number
sucker
two.
around.
See what I got with the scales here. Clear scale. Come back here where you guys can see what we got. 2 pounds. It's gonna be close. 3 even. 3 even. Pretty bass, gorgeous bass. Go. Alrighty. I'll go with a 3 even here. We'll go back into the score tracker. Add new weight. Done. Done. 3 even.
25 minutes in. The wind's starting to blow a little bit.
3 even.
Alright,
We're at 413.
let's go idle just a little ways.
As I said, that was 2 pitches in a row right there.
See what we got. Water's definitely
That was over actually under a
warming up
dock.
a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Andy Morgan with 413. Andy ain't playing no games. He's
That's
going to
not
reel
bad,
suckers
man.
in. Got him a nice 3-pounder. All right. I see you, Big Andy.
That is not bad.
We got 35 minutes left in this period. We got to definitely get a bite or two. I've had a couple bites. Had that one steal my stuff over there. That's the only one that I'm thinking about.
Oh. Yeah, there. What I'm doing, I'm throwing a little flat side, just, I mean, these ought to be the kind of banks they're using to come in. It doesn't, and going out, you know, you can catch them. This is obviously a big spawning pocket. And, I'm just trying to figure out if they're coming, going.
On pitches.
I'll get out of your way. I'm just gonna slide through to your left.
But
Super shallow
So
stuff.
far, I
I
can't
like
get
to
it
make
going.
long pitches. You can stay back and accurately make them.
that wasn't one.
I think that's a big, big help.
Really?
Should be a cool bass sitting right here.
Oh,
Landy
got a
ain't.
little bait off of there. Bunch of shad up there. Felt like I had one take the water off of it, but he didn't get it.
Be nice to get in a place where you could get about 10 bites out of one cove or something. If they're really in here spawning, you should be able to. We already caught 3 bass, a non-scoreable, 2 scoreable. And really, the best looking section where you should have got bit, that's where we have. Kind of sketchy where I first started, way back there. This looked way better anyway. Should be another one right coming up right here.
A little steeper stuff.
Right here should be a fish somewhere. Should be a bass right here.
Good. These rocks should have warmed up pretty good. It's been sunny all day. Big old stump, isn't it? Looks like a place for a big old head to be sitting.
Oh, he's warm enough to definitely catch a few right here.
Flattened out quite a bit right here. It lost the depth that I had where I caught those.
Something might have moved.
Deep enough though.
I think so.
Wouldn't be what I call ideal, but deep enough. Another dock.
I'll keep this in my hand and just flip down through here. See if they're on the.
Man, you think they'd be on that.
These ledges, you know. just sit on these ledges, kind of spawn out right on the rock ledges.
What in the world is that? Fishbone. Old dead carp. It's like it's a section of its spine. I don't even know where it went. It needs to get out of here though. Somebody step on that and be hurt.
It's deep right up against here. 7 foot. Right up against. Alright. I know y'all don't want to see it, but I gotta try it. I gotta slide a sinker over there. It's just that time of year.
Probably infected. There it is right there.
Armor tube worm, I guess I should say.
Brody.
Any moment they ought to be on these docks.
New line, man.
Well, unless it didn't refresh, it looks like Mr. Morgan's the only one still on board.
I like old line. It's a lot easier to deal with. New line, temperamental, kinked up, slick.
Oh, chatter. Little hoo-hoo action. Shallow.
Uh-oh. Maybe can dig another one out, boys. Not yet. Not yet. Getting hung in those crevices and rock, like you have to be really careful with your line. A lot of times you'll actually start a little cut on it. Typically that's where you'll, and you can't see it. It's usually in your knot, on your knot. You can't see it, and it'll end up breaking off.
I was set up on that first one.
Nature of the beast, though. I mean, you got to keep rolling.
But I was not set up real well on that second pick. Wasn't squared
This
up.
format, I don't retie as much as I used to.
God. That sucks.
You stop casting here, start running around.
Messed him up a little bit.
These guys will bury
He's
you.
off to do a little bit. Not a lot of depth of water in these little areas.
Got them at cast.
Alright, we gotta get a different bait on. Okay. Grab another one out. See what we got. Update. Refresh. Says Andy's still the only one. Dang, Tennessee River Hammer.
He's going to be really close to scoreable. I don't know that he will, but he's going to be close to that 1.8 mark. See what we got here. There we go. All right. Everybody ready? Here we go. I think it's short. 1.5. Non-scorable bass.
Picked up.
Clear scale. We're ready to go for the next one.
Well, I'll tell you what, when they're up, when they're spawning, you better fish the side of every ramp. I absolutely love to spawn on the sides of ramps. Most of the time when people put a ramp in, they put gravel down, you know, and rock. First, so the ramp is smooth and it has that rough
Bad as I hate to.
side to it. Boy, they like to get on.
And I do snail my hook, and it does take me time. I'm not very good at snailing a hook.
I don't believe they're up.
You got to cut it off. That's why I always carry my bench made. You always have to cut that baby off, and I keep it sharp. Keep it work sharp. Work sharp at my house is pretty sharp.
I was terrible. Put this one, we ain't gonna do this.
Stumps right here. Should be good.
Big hands are not made for knot time.
We ain't gonna do this.
Tell you that. Especially with a little fish slime and wet.
The stumps
There's
actually look like
not.
they're spawning. They don't seem like they want to get up there on the bank real well.
Did pretty good though. Whipped her out of there. Man, I hope I just didn't hit that line right there.
Let's go find us some fish.
A little bit of depth right here.
Funny, reach in there and come out with 3 different colors. Out of the same bin. Doesn't matter. A lot of times it is where you're throwing it.
Thought it was a bass.
If there's a bass at home,
Turns
it
out to
lives
be
there.
about a big dodo carp.
Natural color.
Getting distracted a little bit.
Brush under this, there's some brush or there's some rubble. There's rock. I don't see any brush. Water's fairly clear too.
Tried to fish new water. Turned out not to be the best idea. Spent 40 minutes messing around a little bit, so let's hope we can get back on track. It's just a matter of time before this place has got them too. I'm not saying this particular spot. Fishery's definitely got some. Very limited amount of practice though. You definitely have to just try to make a good decision
Starting to look juicy.
on a high percentage place. You guys saw probably see me do that all the time in this cup event. I try to anyway. Man, we only got 21 minutes fishing time.
Starting to look juicy.
Too much time in this
I'm gonna
rodeo,
fish
dude.
this little stretch right here. This is super shallow right here. Maybe like fish that little bank right there and then dip out. Gosh, man, I would have never thought I'd only got a bite or two. Like a couple non-scorables, missed a couple, stole my cricket.
We do not have much time in this rodeo. First deal's almost over.
Oh man. Water's warm enough. Catch one. Firing around it.
One fish on this dock makes me, that ain't right. And it was a little bitty one. One fish, that's robbery. He wasn't even close to a keeper.
Got a bunch of big rock that runs out.
It's almost like it's real shallow back to this pocket and creek. The buzzbait should
Keep it rolling.
Oh man. No.
Gotta keep rolling.
Yeah, I hear you.
The negative thing about rolling like that in this shallow water, when you're pushing, you start pushing a bunch of fish, you start pushing a bunch of trash fish out in front of you. Once you spook one, it spooks two, two spook four, four turns into 8. You got all these carp running out in front of you. Creates a bad deal for you. Everything on the bank starts to spook, which is not what you want. When you're fishing 2 foot deep.
What we're doing now is we've gotten on a little more main channel, and it's got some current on it.
Well, I have screwed the pooch there, boys.
Rock. See if we can.
That's why you have 2 rigged up. All right, that'll be a line change at break.
Get ready to
Skipped it all the way through the walkway, all the way over, across, remember, way back under the dock.
just gotta
Probably
keep
could've got
mixing
it
it
out.
up till we figure out what they want.
But I'm not gonna go in there and try to get it out and miss catching this fish on this dock. It's too good of a place to booger. That's for sure. Done it again. Went all the way through over something there.
A lot of current through here.
Man, that should be
25-pound line on this one. Which in this super clear water, I don't know all about that. It ain't gonna be as good, in my opinion.
carp right there.
Like it worked out though. Went out there. There we go. All right, got us another one here. See what we got. 3 pounds, 4 ounces, 3-4. Good one. Got a little blood on him. That's just cheap blood. It ain't gill blood, so he's good to go. 3-4. He'll be fine and dandy. Need a towel for all this.
Feeling that here. Yeah,
All that rock.
All right, let's see here. 3 pounds, 4 ounces. 3, 4. Pin. Done. Submit. 8-1, all right, we're at 8-1. I believe that is 3. That's the old rod, yep. New rod. Got us one, old boy. Yeah, it's perfect, man. Conditions are lined up pretty well. We couldn't ask for a better day, man. All right, it rolls into me breaking that one off under the dock that I could have went over and retrieved. I didn't want to go in there and jeopardize running the fish off, so it would have cost me a 3-4 if I'd have went in and got that bait undone. Sometimes you just got to cash them in. Take your retie and go. I promise you, even though that fish is on the center of this dock, it would have spooked it. You would not have caught it. And she was down in that, that rail too. Way too close. Way too close.
Well,
hit my poles twice. Coming in here and it wouldn't go down.
He's straight up reeling them in. That son of a gun. 8-1. Me, Coulter, and Otter just sitting over here like. I'm like, what the heck? That is reeling them in.
25-pound line didn't seem to matter on that one. Still worked out pretty well. She ate it. God, I love catching them flipping, skipping, skip, flip, dipping.
well, unless it's lying to me. Andy still got the only. He's got the fish on the board. Pretty smart. My wife would think that's cool.
No more docks, but that should be. Really shouldn't matter, they ought to be on this bank.
Gotta be one somewhere sitting in the post or something.
Seems like there's some water on it, so.
Dock pole.
Get some kind of cover, wood. I'll be a fish, wood or rock. Ten more minutes in this period.
Well, this wasn't a lot of fun so far. All right, we gotta catch one right through here. How's that? Deal?
Man, not. I had caught a couple small ones, but I've not caught a good one yet. Not caught one decent fish yet. We're gonna get them though. We just gotta keep it going.
God, that looks good. Must not be very good, but it looks good.
Fixing to run out of time.
Dang it. Probably a pretty good fish right there. Bit that vibrating jig, maybe. I didn't realize. Bit it.
Shallow.
I don't know why, but they have been biting really weird. I've missed more fish today.
There's gotta be a bass on this
1 hour deal. Crazy. That's a good fish. Fish moved right there. It really made me.
I don't believe that docks are the only. Y'all be able to get bit on trees. Also, anything that's got a piece of shade on it or making shade right now ought to have a bass close by. I would think. Especially this big
Dan's
cedar.
the only one.
Man alive, a little ditch coming in right here. What you talking about, son? What you talking about? Shouldn't get no better. Big old tree laid at the mouth of it.
How y'all doing? Pretty good. It's a beautiful day. Maybe, I don't think so. Did you really? I had to try to catch him. It's about a 1.7.
Pocket's starting to close in right here, starting to really neck down and shallow up. I don't know.
1.7. Non-scoreable.
That's a good thing or a bad thing?
I was like, man, had to have been one right there. You want a big one to bite.
Big spawner bottom.
Yeah, we're fishing a little tournament right now, and it's got to be it's a 1.5 pound minimum, so that one was a 1.7, so it didn't count. So it's just a 4-boat tournament, so we're all just trying to catch as many as we can, catch some good ones too. Had one decent one bite me, and that was about it. Well, maybe two, but we only have. First period, we only have a little bit of time left. Man, it should be phenomenal. Sun's out. You would think these fish should most definitely be biting.
Looks good, so I'm picking it apart best I can. I'm trying to keep moving forward, but I don't want to go too fast. I mean, I think this right here should have a bite. We don't have but about 40 seconds. Seconds. 10.
Alright. And period.
We're fixing to hear the alarm go off now. End of round. Not bad, not bad. We'll take that. Let's get that stopped. Stop the alarm.
Andy's the only one to call.
What place am I in?
Holy must.
Am I leading? Oh, really? Oh, cool. So I need to give it a minute, then kind of roll.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably a couple of them might
Well, Andy Morgan is just beating our brains in.
8-1.
You gave it a minute.
Of course he is.
Biggest fish is a 3-4.
Gotcha. Try and get this line changed, or I think I can stop it right there. Good. Good, good, good.
The good news is second place. Right there.
All right, y'all. This is
Hey,
the
buddy,
end
let me call you back.
of
I'm
the
filming. Is it
first
important?
period, and that is the scoreboard right up there. The 4-box. You
child.
can see Andy Morgan
check
was
that.
the only one to catch a fish in this first period. You know, I think it's a combination of multiple things, but obviously Andy got on a good little stretch there, and that was, you know, that's what it's about. You know, you got to get on a good little stretch, but it's really cool to watch the fishing magician. I mean, I feel like he's unreal. He's unreal. Sorry, I was making sure you guys could hear me. I had my head in the mic. But that's the thing. He's unbelievable. He's so smooth. He's so fluid. He's easy going. He doesn't cast. And this is the thing. I'm watching him cast with his left. It makes me want to work so much harder on being able to pitch and flip and be more versatile to cast my left a little bit more. Andy, I feel like he's one of the best I've ever seen with a rod and reel up there shallow and being able to just be so natural at it. So, and you know what? I feel like he doesn't even try. I mean, I've been fortunate to turkey hunting with him a little bit. And so, I mean, everything he does, I feel like he's just such a natural at it. Just really somebody, a wealth of knowledge, and it's really cool to watch this just because I haven't seen a little bit of this. So it's really cool to see how he caught those fish, you know. Real quick here for all the people that are just joined us, this is the Pro Bass Shootout. You know, we had started the Pro Bass Shootout last week. This is ultimately a charity event that we started up with 8 professional anglers to ultimately give $250. Well, actually, Andy might be.
Learn tournament bass fishing with these guys right here, with the Defoes, the Coulters, the Wheelers. Never be surprised on how good or bad you do,
There's so many things in the world
because these cats is fixing to catch them.
Negativity, obviously, there's
Never be
a lot
shy.
of people being affected
There we
with
roll.
jobs, whether it's whatever, with COVID and COVID-19 and everything that's going on. So we wanted to be able to do something to give back, not only to some of the people that are affected there, but also to give you guys some content to watch. Live
I'm gonna
fishing
keep
is
sailing
off the
right on
air
down this
right
stretch
now
right
with
here.
MLF Bass and FLW. So we wanted to do something here that's maybe not live. We're just still a little man operation, but ultimately we wanted to try our hardest to give you guys that content, and then also doing something. So 8 guys put $250 together each, $2,000 to work with a charity called Team Rubicon. Okay. They have an initiative like Neighbors Helping Neighbors, is what I believe it's what it's called, and it's basically a lot of those individuals are they go out there throughout those neighborhoods that are affected, the people that are affected by COVID-19, and help with that. There's a lot of medical professionals. There's a lot of people that are really helping with that whole deal. So ultimately, that is what this is all about. Real quick here, the rules of today. Rules of the day. Simple. 1.5 pounds minimum. Every fish counts over 1.5 pounds. You've seen, if you watched the first period, you've seen quite a few of those fish that were non-scoreable, and then some of them that were scoreable. And real quick here, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to go below. Make sure to click on the description. There should be a couple of the guys' names down through there. Like those socials. Andy and Coulter would definitely appreciate that. I mean, this is something those guys are taking their time out of their day to go out here and compete, and it helps us because ultimately we're having a lot of fun as well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. The other thing is, only the top 2 will advance, okay? So Andy is out there ahead, no doubt, but there is one more slot, and unfortunately, we're all tied at 0, Ott, Coulter, and I. So it's anybody's ball game, and you never know what's going to happen in these next 2 periods. Now, the other thing is, Mark Daniels and Jordan Lee are already in the championship round. I'm not going to tell you the fishery, but it's going to be the exact same setup. 3 hours. We're going to have a little bit of time to practice. This tournament right here, we were on just about we had just 3 hours. We had about 3 hours of practice, and then we had about 3 hours to fish this event. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. We started the second period. It's all good to go, and we're going to see what happens.
Not buying that one.
Man, I don't know if they're just not up there on the bank or what it is, but got the line thumping around just for a minute. It's really the only thing I've had flipping has been short ones. Now I missed some, and I would assume were better fish, but you know, you just don't know though. Had one good bite on this vibrating jig, and that's been about it. That I've hooked and knew for sure it was a good fish.
The baits are really soft by design. I want them to be soft because I want to get a bite and the hook come through. Hook fell out. I don't want to get a bite. My hook stay in the dang plastic. I don't catch the fish. That's not in chips there.
Maybe he's out here on these holes.
Don't like us in here.
I got a bite off the bow dock either. It's just crazy. It's been towards the bank. The ones that have bit so far. Let's try this. I'm not feeling it. Weight's not low enough yet. It seemed like these fish have been on more of the transition banks. I'm not saying transitions, but more of the steeper banks. I mean, there's still enough water here. Water definitely has to be
Had one little half bite.
easily accessible, and I mean a couple foot of water.
Other than
I don't know if I want to go in this bay or
Basically on
not.
the
It doesn't
dock.
look like it's real deep. It's a good spawning bay, but I don't think they're necessarily
Fool
spawning.
around. Fish a couple
For
of
sure,
shallow
at
trees.
least if
I see
there are,
coming
they're not
out right
spawning in
here.
little shallow bays. Doesn't seem like it. It's starting to get pretty shallow right here. Not seem like
time to do a lot of searching, so I'm gonna just try to get big cover. I'll come back in something that is this shallow. Big cover, I mean, just whatever you see look as obvious as a dock or a big tree, and just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. A lot to be said for just rolling, just hustling. Dang bluegill ran off with it. Almost made me jerk. It made me move my feet.
Getting one out. You had me all jammed up. All right. Just to make sure.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
1-3, more than I thought.
Does not count. But that was a big.
Get a good bite out of this tree, I'll probably flip a little bit. We'll just run some little stretches of lay downs because I feel like they want to be out, but they've not been out in the
Pine bird,
really
baby.
good. Don't get that.
I'm gonna get that one off. Just
I thought they'd have been like right there, right at the base of that tree.
think about a pine tree.
Few
You hit
foot.
pine bird, you are hung. You're
Or
done.
like right on the end of this one right here. It'd be beautiful. Come on, baby.
The way the light's rolling in here, I just can't.
You know,
I actually can't see that well. The line is so clear. Water's perfect color. I can't see my lines. I don't know
Nothing else has changed on the score tracker. Andy Morgan's the only one on the board. 3 bass for 8 pounds.
Shoot, how can there not be one right there? This is like useful. There's a carp I can see, and there's a gar. So those are not necessarily useful, but there's gotta be a bass underneath them. 2 carp in the gar. Gar hole. Well, Andy got a dial, and if I had to guess what Andy was doing probably right now, Andy's probably flipping main lake bluffs, if I had to guess. Not sure, but a guess.
It's too slow.
they're up that shallow. Some of this stuff. Oh, they are. They gotta be. No, they gotta be some of them up this shallow. It's springtime, that's what they're supposed to be.
Like an old bridge right there on 360. Pretty green grass. This lake has definitely come back with the grass. It's just going to continue to make it better and better. We ain't showing it right now, but it is. Can't believe it's this hard to get a bite. Makes no sense.
Out. Way out.
Post frontal or not, man. I just
Gotta move, baby. Gotta move.
shouldn't be this darn hard. Rock, grass, everything going on right through here.
I gotta figure something else out, because this is definitely not the deal. There's a good little couple laydowns up here. Pretty good. Grab that vibrating jig.
Big old tree.
Oh, son. on, son. Eat it, son.
Up on the dock. Come on now. There we go. There's a couple of really good laydowns, and like even if these fish are not spawning, they should be pre-spawning on a lot of these places. So it's really confusing because you can't, normally if the fish hadn't spawned, you would assume places like this, or midways back in the creek, were going to be the areas they would definitely congregate at.
How about if you just throw a shaky head?
I'm trying to fish a little bit of stuff that I have not gotten, or not fished.
Just throw it at the bank. Around these docks or something.
$68, $66, it was $60, $66, $68. I mean, come on now, y'all. See if my stuff falls down in there. Bite that dang cricket.
Looking at these banks up here, this water's fell probably a foot. Ain't no doubt it's fell a foot.
Rolling. No.
Which I don't think that is locked on the bed no way, so. Shouldn't be too big of a negative.
No.
$5.51.
Channel swing right here. Come on.
Boat dogs it is.
Sitting over there with 8 pounds. Flat. We're gonna have to. So we stopped at what, 5:20? I think we stopped at 5:20.
This is utterly ridiculous. I don't even know what else to say about it. How can you not get some kind of a bite pitching around these docks? I'm going to the fridge.
There's never any grass.
Still not sure if it's a shade thing, bottom content deal, what it is.
Fridge.
Yeah, 18. Very tight. Make sure everything's shut, man. We're still rolling. All right, let's go. I'm pushing a little bit faster falling weight. A little bit cleaner water right here. Switch over to a
There's some current ripping out of the back of this creek.
40 baby bandito
We're
ball.
going to assume from where they're pulling it so hard.
Don't waste my time.
Maybe it'll have them feeding here on this bridge. I've done that before.
If you want to be up there, but
I've caught them around the bridge once or twice. Good current coming through here. Ain't no doubt about that.
Well, we're still rolling. All right, Brody, I gotta go find something.
Dirty.
Looks like Andy's still the only one.
Dirty, dirty. Looks real good. I don't know about that. I'll put some skid marks on him.
Started not to even jerk on that one. I knew what that was. Something tiny.
it's
Packing it off awful fast.
gorgeous in here.
Not much resistance. Golly bum. Trolling are jacked up. Super shallow water is hard
I
to
ain't
get around.
believing this.
Knocked the hook plumb out.
Gosh, dude, that was like pretty. Pretty little place right there.
That's just unbelievable.
Can't believe that.
The water being this color.
Can't believe
That
that.
kind of current getting sucked through there. And can't get a bite.
Starting to.
That is just makes no sense.
Starting to believe it.
No sense.
That's disappointing. I thought that right there would have one for sure. That dock had the right look, man. Had the right look.
Trees over there, dude. It's pretty solid, though.
Pretty good looking rock right here.
And anytime. So, I've been fishing at Sunny Bank.
Let's try
I
frog,
got
man.
the
I mean,
water.
I got
Water's warmed up a considerable
a
amount.
little bit of dignity.
And I really feel like fish should be pulling in, but
Probably started shaking them off.
66. Anywhere water's 66, man. I would.
How do you go from catching 4, first little place you go, to a place that equally looks as good, but you know good and well they live in it.
Where we going?
And he's probably like, well, man, this score tracker thing must not be working.
That's gonna be a no-brainer.
None.
I'm short up to his thing. I was like, man,
Ain't done any good at
you
all.
guys gotta be catching some.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. Ott Defoe. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Rick? Yeah.
Where'd you put in at?
We put in down at Kingston. Yeah. Yeah, we're fishing a little 4-man head-to-head deal. Yeah. How you been? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it is that.
There's a lot of grass out here in the middle.
Big old carp laying around there everywhere under this dock.
Yeah. Good to see you, Rick. Yeah, have a good one.
A lot of times that'll end up screwing you up because you can't hardly fish without spooking them. You start spooking them carp
too bad, too fresh. Them bass don't go for that. They don't mind the carp, it's just when the carp spooks, they spook. God, it's full of them too. Dadgummit. Spooked him yet. It's coming though.
This looks just prime.
Bass will be right over here. There's a rock.
Prime. Other than the fact the water fell like a foot. There's that. A pretty big negative. I thought that looked really good. Right there's a tail. Don't know if it was a bass. It would have been a carpzilla.
Come on! That was a good one. Handcuffed me. That was just me going too fast. That was a good one. That was a 4 pounder. 5 pounder. That was me not having confidence. Coming too fast.
Big carp in here.
Lots of bait. Lots of birds. Lots of birds. Lots of blue herons back here. You'd think there'd be quite a few bass back here with them.
Another bite. Fishing place you're not familiar.
I don't know if this is worth decisions.
Man, it's like there ain't no fish trying to spawn in here. I can't tell when they're that small. If he's 1.5 pounds or not. I'm not gonna say he is by any means. 1.4. Did weigh him, so. One 4. A regular cup fence, that would have been a keeper. We've stepped it up a little. Stepped it up to 1.5 pounds. Little tree right there. At least there was a bass back here, so.
Tackle pocket, water 65 degrees. You go flipping this tree right there. Gosh, feel.
No, it wasn't a keeper, but at least it does give me a little confidence to pick apart some more.
Yeah, I don't know what to say other than
Some old hand-laid rock in here. Like an old dock or something was right here at some point.
It's been a lot now. They're just perfect. I don't know.
Good looking little old, like some kind of old rail or something coming down. It looks good. Fish for simple spawning, maybe. Fish this one little corner right here and roll. God. Should have been one, boys and girls. Should have been one there, other than a 1-4. Something bumping it, little bitty something. More hand-laid rock. See a big one down out of the water right there. Big shallow rock. approach this next period a little different.
Boy, it felt like a good spot.
Gotta do something a little different here, boys and girls. This ain't gonna work. Get myself in this trap every time. Trying to turn this dang boat around. I'm gonna hit a rock right there. Yep, there's the rock.
Come on.
Big old boat.
How you gonna do that?
Let's move on. Waste of time. Dadgummit. We got 8 minutes, I believe, what the period ends at. Yep. 7 minutes.
Big old spot. At least I finally caught a bass. I don't think he'll go no pound and a half. But since I caught one, I'm going to wait. $15-ouncer. I'm just glad I caught one. Good grief. That's ridiculous. Almost 2 hours into this thing before I even caught a fish. Or even got a bite.
Confusing me.
confusing. Don't take a whole lot, but that sucker's got me so far. Man, you think about 60, just everything.
Both them first two that hit it, boy,
you
it
look at
felt
57-degree
good.
water temp creek. The water's starting to stabilize. All these fish, you know, you got a moon coming. It's not right. We're in between moons, but still, all these fish should just go on water temperature and water level. It's crazy to me.
That felt small. There's a bunch of spots on these bluffs.
In this period.
It's used to what we do a lot of times. We'd come to the river and pitch a jig on bluff. We'd catch some good fish. We would. Not often when the lake was full, we didn't have to do this. Do a lot when the lake was down.
Whoa, big old string of rocks right there. I don't know how I didn't run that over. You can even see it.
Four minutes.
Super shallow. Super shallow. Super duper shallow. Gummit.
I'm really surprised if this wasn't what Morgan's
We
doing.
did have one running off with it. Came over that log and he went to packing. No resistance, so I don't know what. I thought
Well.
it would. Really? It is springtime.
The rock's got a lot of cracks in them.
Been about 2 minutes. Gummit. Pick up and it's packing it off again.
Nope. That one, though. Gosh. You can't even catch a dang squirrel. Pound 6. Pound 5. Picked up, so we're sliding off. I mean, how many dang trees you gotta flip to get a bite and then not catch a squirrel?
Looking like it's gonna be period 3 before
Really
I do
interesting.
it. But I am gonna catch one in here. Cooling off too, by the way.
Hmm.
25 seconds. There we go, in period 2. Not a keeper.
Alright, we gotta regroup.
Apparently the place I stopped was really good early.
Let's see what we got right now.
Well, let's end with that
Let's go
period.
to the score tracker here, see what we
Got
got.
just as much as I had to start with. Let's look here in a second, see if anybody's caught any other than Andy. Last I had looked, nobody did.
I gotta get out. I gotta call you boys on through.
I don't know if I'm out of service. I got LTE and 4 bars.
Third and fourth is supposed to do an update right
I'm
now.
still leading with 8-1. I don't know if that's true or not.
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah.
There.
Are you guys there?
Yep.
Oh man, I was making sure the score tracker wasn't broke.
Nope, it ain't broke on my end anyway.
Hey, I'm caught about 5 large scorables, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Crazy.
And I've been fishing as hard as I can.
I finally caught a 15-ounce spot.
One 3 largemouth and I lost the 4-pounder.
Oh gosh! Dang, Coulter was the one who had the.
All right, y'all. It was, I'll tell you what, obviously it has not been easy fishing by any means on Watts Bar, but this is the thing. Andy's caught a few in the first period. Things are about to change, obviously. And this is the thing. Fishing is this way at times. And with limited amount of practice, going to a body of water in an area of the lake that most of us have very, very little time or on, it's just fishing by instincts. And, in the springtime, you think spawning fish, and I really thought these fish were going to be spawning, but the water came up. It's fluctuating a lot. And I truly felt like the majority of these fish have not yet spawned, which was crazy to me. And I'm flipping trees, I'm flipping docks, I'm taking my time, and I'm trying to fish the outside tree and trying to fish the inside a little bit. And it seemed like those fish were just not quite there yet. And again, top 2 advance on. So we're going to jump into third period right now. Hope y'all are enjoying it.
MLS exam, which is like sort of like a video that I started with, which is like a fast shootout. And so all of our guys, so it's myself, Ott, Brandon Coulter, and Andy Morgan. So we've been fishing hard to try to get them, but it ain't been real easy, trust me.
Good times for us, old boys and girls. What we got here? Let's see, we're gonna have 2 pound, 7 ounces. 2, 2, 7. Yeah, bingo.
Man, got me one.
Man, they're gonna think, man.
So we're gonna messed up finally. I'm like, all right. Now we gotta get that scale out. All right, there you go. See what we got. 2 pounds,
Done.
6 ounces.
Put in my pin.
2.6. Okay. There we go.
Done.
Ooh, I just want to pull up right there. Thanks, buddy. I didn't take that.
Got
It
it.
might be biting this period.
10-8.
Add new weight.
Fish was just right up against the bank. There's just a little old nasty
Gotta
little
get in
bush right
here
there.
and get my pin. Copy.
Right up in it, right against the bank. Actually, where you would expect one. We fished a ton of that stuff like that
2 pounds.
already. Fishing the stuff.
6
that they're fishing,
ounces.
and that's the
and
thing.
that. Okay. Here we go. Back on it. And he just caught him
What about
one.
that first cast
He's got 10 something.
into period 3.
Man, they gotta be on these trees good. Now there's a big whole bunch of trees down through here.
Probably
A little
fishing
bit
over
flatter,
a
and
lot of
that's
fish.
what
Probably
seems
fishing
to
so
be
fast that I'm fishing over a lot of
ticket,
them.
but-
I think we all probably are. You're not getting any bites at all much. You tend to step on it pretty hard. Go too fast, is what I'm saying. That's 3 bites right there, though. That's definitely encouraging. You might get us another one. Knew I'd catch one in here. Looked too right. Should get us another one right here. Should get us another one right here, boys and girls. Dial that trolling motor down just a little bit. God, it's so shallow.
No, not enough.
I mean, it's shallow. Little surprise there. Not a whole lot, a little.
Find somewhere it's making an eddy. Get up there one.
Nope. Not one, I don't think. That was a little tree limb. Actually, I think it was some crappie line or some line somebody broke off in there.
Oddly enough, went around this corner and it got a little deeper. A little bit deeper. No.
Come on, fish. It's the right kind of bank anyway.
Little ditch coming in back here in the back. May be ideal. Doubt it, but
Water running in. Not, ooh, I was excited there. Not scoreable. Not scoreable for sure. So I switched over to a little bandito bug. And that little water's clean, a little bit cleaner. I've been flipping it all the whole time, but I'd throw a couple more out here because it seems like they've been liking that blue one a little bit better. True blue, that dang. Blue baby is definitely been a little bit better. Could be a little color I used to throw on swim bait. Look at going up. I'm getting some bites, man. I need to catch fish from my line. Broke off that one. I'm fishing it.
I bet you money. Good money on it right there.
Really coming in. Gosh, I need a good one though.
Well, low spots, but it was a bite.
Move on, move on, move on.
Get my second line in right there. See if I don't mess it up too bad. And I felt like a bite. Got real heavy. And it was just a tree limb.
There we go. That one will score. That one will score. All right. Like that, 3 pounds. Whoop. 3-0. 3 pounds each.
What the heck?
Golly, that one was high flyer right there. Gosh, dang. There we go. Not a big one, but Scoreable. 2 pounds even. 2 even. Let's go. Alright, get us a little bit around. 2 even. Let's see what's going on. Add new weight, just gotta slow down. Add new weight.
Still didn't get a great hook set on that. I was still fishing too fast. There's some fish in here.
Oh shoot.
And obviously we don't have a whole lot of time left, so we're committed. And I'm gonna fish down through here and I'm gonna catch me a couple more. We're gonna advance. How's that?
I caught one 2-pounder. I added
Okay. Well, that's still 2
Dodge,
pounds
dude,
more
when
than
I
I've
set
got. Okay, so you've got 2 for 4 something?
I got 2 for 4 something. I think I got 6.
Gotcha.
What's up?
Small change here. Ran down the lake just a little further. Well, I really like the looks of this little pocket. Saw it earlier in the ride through here, so smallmouth should be starting to bite. So I think you're going to see some changes here in the next couple of minutes. If the boys start fishing for them, start catching those, it'll wake to jump quick.
I'm ready to roll.
Good looking little log pile. I would call this a pre-spawn place right here. Pre-spawn looking pile of timber anyway.
Literally, we've been fishing logs and laydowns.
Got a little more depth on it.
You would think you would have got bit on them other places. Now, it might have just been that there is something that, like that low light in this evening tournament. Even flipping sometimes can be a good deal. Come on, baby. Baby.
Big old ball fishing line. Got a little bigger line here, a little heavier weight. Let's try this baby for a minute.
Another one.
I don't know what to do or where to go, but it ain't here. Got 40 minutes, and apparently Wheeler's caught a couple. They're all three on the board except for me.
I think water got clean on me. Seems like some of this stuff is not real dirty. You get back in here and it gets cleaner and cleaner. Which honestly, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. No more bites than I've had. Cleaner that water is, it just doesn't make it easier. I'll put it that way.
How could that not be? Laying right out in here.
Not horrible. Come on, buddy. My hind's coming off. At least I'm trying to get after him.
Scoreable. Bass. Shallow. He was up there in the dirt. All right, see what we got here. I know this one's gonna be scoreable. I don't think he's quite 2 pounds. We fixing to find out. 1 pound? Nope. Don't do it, boy. Don't do it. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. 2-1.
Good one's biting, man. It's not really frayed up real bad.
We're gonna call him.
Going at 17
We're gonna call him
pounds.
2 even.
Suffix.
We're gonna call him 2 even.
Advanced fluorocarbon. And I normally like to put 20, but sometimes you got. It's just sometimes that rate of fall is better with 17. You get more bites.
2 even for that one.
It's not. I don't feel like it's a deal where the fish actually
add new
sees
weight.
the line. A deal where it's,
Done.
it's the rate of fall and then the way the bait actually acts is where I personally believe anyway.
Done.
I got an idea where we're gonna go next.
12-8. 12-8, 12-8. All right, here's the pole.
We're only sitting in the foot. These fish are definitely biting a lot better right now, but I haven't looked to see. Boys.
Super shallow. I don't know. He's probably a foot of water there. not much for him to get in. I did see that coming in. Looks like it's a kind of a mat of stuff below in. And it looks, I mean, it's snotty looking.
Hard to catch
Just,
you or not.
I don't even know what that is. Some kind of algae maybe.
Catching plenty.
And basically a bunch of sticks. Perfect place for a bass, apparently.
Topping that dang. A lot of good looking wood down there.
Unless the score tracker's jacked up, I'm still the only one that's caught one.
One of them dang good ones to bite it. And you would think it'd be on the end of one of these trees. A big tree spawn a female.
Guess we'll see in about 35 minutes.
I would think anyway.
Little piece of wood stuck out from the bank right here. This could have 2.5 feet deep. It's kind of been the number, seems to be. If you can set in 2.5, 3 feet.
That's a pretty tree right here. You can fish boil.
I will tell you, this 25-pound line is manly. It feels good, especially when you get a bite. Little 2-pounder. You can load him up in the boat pretty fast.
Dude, you would think there'd be one of that thick tree.
Old fence row right here, a piece of, like a big limb or something laid out beside it. Perfect. Perfect place to get a bite. I feel like today anyway.
What are you all doing, fish? I mean, really? What are you doing with your life?
I'm not saying that was
Don't
him
understand where
or
you're.
her.
It is.
Take my time a little bit right here. Really fishing a little bit more methodical. Had a couple of them real, seems like the ones that are a little bit better. And I'm just saying, you know, not big ones, but a little bit better have been the ones that have been a little bit further out on some of these trees. And I've been trying to do that. I figured that's like a typical deal, you know? Typical deal for...
No.
Piece of Zoom plastic, big line, big rod, big favorite rod, high-speed reel, and springtime. There's no better way in my book to catch them. For me enjoying it, this is definitely my favorite. Always has been since I was a kid, since flipping was around.
Starting to see quite a few.
Just a lot of fun, man. Brings back a lot of old springtime memories.
There's a big something. Or something. Almost felt like a bite.
Now I'm actually gonna move right out here on the river. Jig up for a minute. Switch gears and hear this for a second.
3-pounder.
Get out here on this current, because I know this place has got some good smallmouth in it.
That's the kind of stuff I did get.
Not that that's exactly what we're...
Unscorable. Dang, nabbit. Unscorable.
Oh my goodness, I got a bite. He might even score. Did I just catch a scoreable bass? I think I did. I don't even know what to
Come out here
say.
and play some.
Scale is 0. Got a couple bugs on there. Scale is 0 though. Is he gonna go? Will he make it? Oh my goodness. Looks like 113. 113. I caught one. Oh, I caught one.
I think you'd have
This
a lot.
is the same kind of stuff I started
You're
on.
more likely to be
Probably should have just
on
stuck
this
with
kind of
it,
stuff
I
in the
guess.
evening as it would be just up there in the dirt. We'll see here. Give it a few minutes.
Fortune.
Give it a run.
Hit this tree, maybe hit this dock. Oh wow.
113.
Come on, boy. Kind of a little eddy right here. I'm around the corner. Kind of out of the hard current.
I'm on the board, son.
It's rolling pretty
Had
good.
plenty of bites, just cannot catch the quality that. I mean, I've had a couple bites
board.
that missed opportunity.
They better watch out now.
I can't for sure say.
Same
They
here,
were
same rod. Favorite flipping rod, 7.6.
scoreables or not.
Pro Series. One of the first ones we built, actually. Actually a 1/2 ounce jig and 20-pound line, so.
Or so left. 23. Took me 2.5 hours to catch a scoreable bass. Gotta make the next one a lot faster. Finding the kind of stuff that these, what bites I've got are on. You can't, it's almost like you can't find it just everywhere. You got to be in 6 or 8 foot of water the way it seems.
Should have been.
You don't have just everywhere on these type of banks. Sure you're happy. It's amazing what catching one little old fish does for you. Even when you're just fishing against your buddies.
I don't know if I've ever caught one on the fresh pine.
Right here, kind of came around the corner a little better.
I'll find out.
That's right.
No, I
hadn't been up here. We had 19 something.
Minutes.
Alright, let's roll. And we got a little bit of a 5-minute run on the land. A little bit of time.
No, it came out really good. No, it came out great.
Come on now. God. I feel like if I was going to get a bite, it would have been back through there in that first 50 yards. We'll fish just a little bit further right here, then I'm going to bounce and go in another little old shallow pocket. If I can snatch me another one up. Got 18 minutes, so we got quite a bit of time to bounce over and go. Figure out which pocket I need to go in here, I guess. Last pitch on this bank. Man, I thought one hit that right then. I lied, one more pitch. Oh no, one more is a piece of wood right here. Roll it now. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going, boys and girls? Where are we headed here? Pocket right up here.
Lost that one big
Quite
one.
feeling this
Lost
stretch.
Which would have done it for me.
As much. Looks pretty good, but
This is your dock, huh, Bill?
oh, it's perfect.
Brody, this is the gentleman that designed my lake.
16 minutes.
Lake house. What's that?
Stick up.
Yeah, it's down the lake road.
That's the rock sticking out right up here.
Last I looked at the score tracker, I was still the only one on it. I don't know what we're gonna do if somebody don't catch another one.
Lay down. Bill. You can cut a couple of trees
I mean, what are we gonna do if somebody don't catch a bass for second place?
About throw that out in the lake.
To refresh the score. All right, right now we're still up. Well, dang nabbit. Lost my dang sunglasses. I'm getting excited, boys and girls. You get excited, getting a little hyper. Let's slow down a little bit. Now that we're here. Dang, them are good ones too. I don't know if I like this.
don't like to fish where, I don't like to throw where my shadows just hit it. Not good.
Jumps right there like there's running or something. Yeah, that's right. All I need to do is stop somewhere and catch two, bam bam. Or catch two right here, bam bam.
I don't know if he'll make a pound and a half or not. I bet he does. Close. He's fat. I bet he does. I bet he's like a 1.9. See what we got. 1 pound, 10 ounces. 110. If you can see that or not. 110. Sun's beaming in here on us. He's a keeper. Bet somebody else would like to have him. God, he's pretty fish. $110. I believe I called that.
I'll go somewhere else.
How big he was.
Shook one off.
Add weight.
Don't know if he'll still be there, but.
Let's go 110. Done.
Hit that fish with my bait.
Done. Submit.
Sure was a big old swirl.
I swear I don't move the oar. We're gonna keep fishing. We ain't letting up these suckers.
Jacob's doing a series on his YouTube. On his YouTube channel.
Too dang good.
Take one more pitch.
Catch like 60 pounds in 20 minutes in Alabama and Texas.
Yeah.
Saw Brandon in Texas get on and catch big weight, really fast. Some qualifying mounds at Fort.
I really like to look at Score Tracker, but I really don't want to stop fishing. I know I'm not in, so. Unless I catch something that doesn't really matter. These fish are definitely in a weird state down here. I think the water's been up and down so much.
Good Lord.
It got really warm really early on,
Shot a damn cannon.
and then it's not been as warm since. So much current in the whole Tennessee chain. We've had a lot of funky conditions to kind of deal with. It's like it was really close to happening 3 weeks ago. But it's been continued to just be put off, put off, put off. It still ain't really happened, I feel like. But who knows?
8 minutes. He'll score too. Let's see here, make sure clear weight, so it's clear the weight off that last one. Put this dude on there and he's probably gonna be like a 1.9. He's a 111. You got it, 1 pound, 11 ounces. 111.
I don't have enough time to get anywhere, but I don't really like this.
Add new weight. 1. Done. My number.
Alright, we just got a fish hard right there. Take your time.
Little bug out here.
Fish hard. Doesn't matter about the sports tracker. Next 5 minutes. Gotta get a bite. Come on, baby.
Just another little crawler. Get back up there. Could be. Another one there. She got a little water under it. Not much, but a little bit. Never be the female. God, I got her pinned. That is a chunk. That is right there is a fat back. Clear weight. You guys can see that or not, but that right there is fat. Weight, 2 pounds, 13 ounces, 213. That's what you get right there. I definitely a male and a female combo. Pitch in there, caught the male, pitch right back, catch the female.
Man, he's wrecking them. Man, he's a dang flipping son of a gun. Trashed him. Four minutes left. Man, we gotta get one bite. Gosh, man. Thought for sure we come back in here and get a couple bites. It sort of sets up perfectly. We got like one more tree up this way.
Try it again. There's a triple in here on the bed. I've seen 3 before. Piece of wood. Got about 2 minutes. Here. Time ticking away.
Man. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. A little less than 2 minutes, actually. A minute and... Gosh, what's that up to?
He's not big enough. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I thought that was him.
It's not easy to get a bite. 50 seconds.
Dang, I thought that was the one.
Dude, that should... Gosh. Come on.
Not less than 30 seconds. And 10 seconds.
Sometimes it works out good, sometimes it's not.
That's it. Dadgummit.
Oh, that was a definite
Here's some turkeys.
scoreable, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I'm gonna call up Coulter.
Some clucking in that field right there.
I'm gonna check this and see.
I don't know.
All right,
I'm not gonna
refresh
do that,
scores.
Gosh, dang.
Just refresh.
I'm gonna go chase me a turkey tomorrow. Well, Morgan removed all doubt. He smoked us. Way to go, Andy. As if anybody had any doubt, yeah, 18 pounds. Wheeler score tracker's wrong, but he ended up with 4.6. B 3 pounds, me 113. Solid day.
Let's see.
Morgan ended up catching
He's
8.
got 18 dead, that sucker. Gosh, dang. He started ripping on him. And he just straight ripped on him. Man, unbelievable. Oh, wait.
Not for taking the time of calling old country boy to come out and do some of this. I've been missing competition, and this time is pretty rough with the pandemic, and things are getting better, slowly getting better. Fishing slowly getting better, coming back around. A lot of people are hunting fishing right now, something to do. And I don't know what else to say other than we pulled it off. That was a good time, that was fun. Not a lot of bites, but it was fun. It's the way I like to fish, the way I've always fished, as I said earlier. Good times. Put it on the trailer.
All right, guys, I am here with the winner of the Tennessee Pro Bass Shootout. They killed it today. I mean, Andy, I'm sitting there and I'm updating score tracking, and it's like 2.5, 3 pounder, 3 4, and I'm over here and I can barely get a bite. What in the heck were you doing to get those? I mean, you obviously had it figured out.
Well, I really thought my score tracker was broke for a little while. I called Jacob.
I know.
I'm like, my stuff's not working. He goes, bro, it's working. You're the only one that's caught a bass.
It was crazy, but you know, that's just how it is. Sometimes you get in the right little zone, and
that's exactly what you nailed it.
I mean, is that sort of what it was all about?
I pulled into the first area, and I knew from past experience in the Tennessee region, when you think they're spawning, you need to slow down just a little bit. You can't just burn through places.
Absolutely.
So I pulled in on one little section and got up through there, and I got a bite immediately. It's under a boat dock. Okay, I caught one. There's 4 docks. I catch one under the first one under the second, one under the third, one under the fourth.
God.
Two 3 pounders. So I've got what I got.
So you're thinking, like, well, heck.
I said, man, we're gonna smash him. I know these guys. I bet Jacob's already got 20 pounds. Ott's got 25. Brandon's got 30. It's going through your head.
Yeah,
they're really biting.
No doubt.
But that was not it. That was just, it was just a good little area. Had some fish pulled up, probably trying to spawn. I don't think they were spawning, but I think they were just cruising up there to spawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I caught them right in the perfect condition, in the perfect spot, and got those to bite. And later on, as it started to fall toward dark, I got some more bites, and it was just basic how I like to fish, shallow flipping, and just cover some water, but not too fast, but cover it thoroughly.
Dang, Andy's figured it out. For me, I didn't. I said this is how I explain my day. I suck just a little bit less than my buddy Ott and Coulter. I just had two keeper bites. So that's all I did. They smashed us.
This is really odd. Jacob never sucks. Ott never sucks. Brandon never sucks.
I know, we're over here and we're like, what the heck? But you gave us a good butt whooping. Regardless, we both qualified for the championship round. I can't tell you guys where it's going to be at, but we will be fishing against Joe Lee and MBJ. And you guys remember this. This is a charity deal. We're giving $250 away. We all put $250 in a piece. It's $2,000 we're giving away to a charity. And I'll go more into that in each of these episodes. But, man, I appreciate you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me,
dude.
Jacob.
You crushed them. We'll see where the championship round is.
All right. I can't wait, brother. Thank you, bro.
Cool. There you go. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. We had 1,900 people live at one time throughout tonight's stream. Truly amazing. Big shout out to Brody, my man right here, behind the camera, behind the computers, knocking this all out. On top of that, thank you guys, Brandon Coulter, Ott Defoe, Andy Morgan. Make sure to follow those guys. I'm sure they would truly appreciate it. Facebook, Instagram. I actually, and Coulter, I believe, just started their own YouTube. So I'll try to add the link to their YouTube in the description below. But hey, championship round. Myself, I barely made it in. It was a little stressful, to say the least. But what a thrashing, Andy Morgan. The more I spend around that, more time I spend around that guy, he's just truly an unbelievable fisherman, unbelievable outdoorsman, but even a better human being. Learned so much from him day in and day out, and truly just be able to be competing on the same body of water and have him head to head against us 3 guys, competing against that. It was a pleasure, dude. Great job. We will see you guys Sunday. Tentatively, we are planning from 4 o'clock, start at 4 o'clock Eastern. Hopefully you are there. The championship round Pro Bass Shootout. We'll see you there. All right, guys, I am here with the winner of the Tennessee Pro